for any for a movie acquire strong so at the Ghana politics avenue so you be as a and Wabajumati TV so like share subscribe to the channel and anyway political trending news we are echo ever Ghana politics avenue so at the penny so the for name the tea for and echo political highway in some degree any as well in some anything they say you know I have achievements in no at the avenue actually movie say Ken Ofori-Atta no nonsense and the Siciano aqua ababe pro na Siciano any overstay or stay you know I would share Bawumia papa na Siciano US president Donald Trump and so as demanded iska almost getting to $2 million dollars at the free no in yes ka to Akroma no achemu bi so abo US for mine Apple as Siciano Ken Ofori-Atta there I would share ban so the now check to Akroma usia for me pese meje mombraba so me pese mese mo bebre no me shom sem be me akọ na mo de maso ene woni akwakote ensem okafa usia for me da obiase
to forcibly abduct its president. Yet you commit that. So the UN has lost that credibility. And while UN has lost that credibility, then there is no credible mediator in this. I believe nations must begin, continents, and this is where Africa must begin to unite. These presidents we have that have been going to the African Union, only I don't know whether it's because the beautiful women in Addis Ababa, that's why they go to AU, or they go there and take concrete decisions. Okay. Either than that,
but
they must not.
Women in Ghana. There are beautiful women in Ghana.
I have not said so. Have I said that? Why do you
anyway, Solomon, I have to welcome Honorable Daniel Yama as well. Good morning, Honorable. How are you?
Very well.
Great, and thank you so much for being here. We are so grateful. So many happy returns, Honorable. Many happy returns. So, Honorable, we're just talking briefly about what is happening in Venezuela, where the citizens are, beginning to defend their own. They are mounting roadblocks and everything to make sure that their oil is not taken away from them. So they're attacking the Americans in the country. So we just take a brief, opinion on it, 1 minute on it, and then we go into our topic.
Oh, like you said, I say good morning to viewers, yourself, and my colleagues. Leader, that's what I saw on the listing. How are you?
Could have been better.
Well, why?
But the kind of politics.
You have come we are coming to ask how we are.
I've been here with you last week.
So, but today you are late. That's the truth of the matter. So, if you have come, let us
know the opportunity to express yourself, isn't it?
No, they are empowered. They are empowered.
Now, to me, I don't think, like you said, simply, everybody should always remember this, that Americans don't have permanent friends, but they have permanent interest. Period.
Okay.
An American will come and tell you that, oh, I'm doing this in the interest of the world. That's not the truth. Their own interests. And so immediately they've captured Maduro. What did Donald Trump say? That they are going to take charge of their oil. Is that not it? So that is their interest. It is not democracy. They are fighting what Maduro is doing. They have their permanent interest, the oil. The Exxon and others, they push them, go. So we, from, shall I say, second or third world countries, we should be watching this and strategize. And see how best we can take control of our natural resources. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said it. When Africans are able to take control of their natural resources and plan very well, with open accountability, we will get there. We should not always think, let's do things in opaque manner. Let's do things in a political manner. That shouldn't be the case. See Ghana taking charge of just 1/100th of its natural resources. See what happens in 2025. We should respect each other, love each other. And whilst we watch the international community, the way things play out, that if you misbehave, somebody will take that misbehavior as an advantage to come and take your natural resources. We should be watching things closely like that.
Okay, Honorable.
Yes, so I think that's what we should do.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, today we are discussing a matter that has generated public interest. What am I talking about? I'm talking about issues surrounding former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta and actions and claims also being made by ICE against him. Now, at the heart of this discussion, we are discussing, accountability, governance, and the rule of law. Now, many Ghanaians are trying to understand what the case is really about. And so this morning, we want to delve into it. Maybe you don't understand it. Maybe you are asking a lot of questions. You've seen articles, you've read articles, but you still don't have proper understanding to it. And so we are going to make sure we bring you those answers this morning right here on Prime Morning. So maybe I should ask Bernard this question. Maybe he understands it better than we do. So in simple terms, Bernard, how do you understand this whole Ken Ofori-Atta issue between himself and ICE?
Well, I think that is the American ploy to keep Ken Ofori-Atta in the United States and not to release him to the Ghanaian government for the criminal trials.
You think it's a ploy, to keep him?
To keep him. The man is on an international warrant, declared fugitive of the law. The United States has been fully informed. Anytime the United States requires any citizen, any person in Ghana, including even vehicles that have been stolen from the United States of United States of America and brought to Ghana, our agencies are fast and speed, going round, including taking Shatawale's vehicles and what have you, an economic and organized crime office, so busy with getting a vehicle for the United States of America from Shatawale. We want somebody that has stolen, that is involved in so much rot in this country, to come and simply face trial. The United States of America is unyielding in releasing Ken Ofori-Atta. Ken Ofori-Atta has so much investment in the United States of America. The United States is interested in the job opportunities that his money, his investment in the United States is generating for their people. Now, it gets to a point where the attention has been drawn that by your own regulations, Ken Ofori-Atta's visa is expiring within a certain period. And indeed, as you know, within the setting, you can have a visa of a certain level, number of years. But you are required to stay in that country for a certain number of months. You have to exit and return to that country. Otherwise, your visa will not be valid. In this case, Ken Ofori-Atta has exceeded the number of months that he's supposed to stay within the validity of the visa. And then what the United States did is to get the Immigration and Customs what do we call it, to now go and arrest Ken Ofori-Atta and take him into detention. Take note, it's detention. They have not put him in any prison. Where he is a comfortable place. And I'm sure that you've seen videos and pictures of the environment he's living, right? And the kind of reception that he is offered. And so they have kept him there. And when they take you under the immigration, the ICE, what it simply means is that they are now going to go through to check whether they will extend your stay or they will simply say that you do not. And I have no doubt in my mind that the United States at the end of the day will come and say that, look, they have gone through the motions, they think that it is valid for Ken Ofori-Atta to stay, and then they will extend his stay, and then the government of Ghana will suffer. Okay, so the Deputy Attorney General, that is actually stated that Ken Ofori-Atta's visa did not expire, but rather it was revoked in June 2025. I am uncertain about any revocation. I am uncertain about any revocation. Who will revoke the visa? Okay, then the Attorney General also said that, and I quote, "I started working with the Americans in respect of Ofori-Atta long before OSP came up with the announcement. I started working with them, and I want Ghanaians to know that he just didn't overstay his visa," he clarified. And this is from the Attorney General. So if your visa is revoked, as soon as your visa is revoked, then you are deported instantaneously. Because it is the country that gave you the visa that can revoke the visa. And as soon as they revoke your visa, then you should not be in detention in their country.
Okay, so this is what he continues to say. He says, the U.S. Department revoked Ken Ofori-Atta's visa in July and gave him until November 29th to leave the country. His failure to comply prompted enforcement action. The visa was actually revoked, so it's not that Ofori-Atta overstayed. So in July, So in July, the American State Department revoked his visa and they gave him up to November 29th to leave the United States. He did not. And then that is how come that they have decided they were going to now pursue him and arrest him. Actually, the arrest was supposed to occur on January 4th, 2026, and they did not do so. But Tuesday, January 6th, 2026, they apprehended him in the Virginia area and took him into custody.
Well, my simple understanding, when your visa is revoked, you have lost any and every legitimacy to continue to exist in that particular jurisdiction.
Okay.
So instantaneously, when your visa is revoked, that is, I'm happy that you have brought the picture of the detention. This is the awaiting area. This is the waiting area of the detention. Can you find such a facility anywhere? That is detention. This is the awaiting area where you go and wait until they now take you to your environment, which is more even cozier. So this is what they have done. And I'm saying that this thing about the Attorney General and what have you, I'm not sure. See, Ken Ofori-Atta is not facing criminal charges in this ICE thing. Do you understand? So, and if you have overstayed your visa, what it means is that you are now a criminal working in the United States. So he should not actually have gone to this detention center. The law enforcement agency should have now started prosecuting him for criminal offenses. That is not what we are perceiving. I think that, look, I hold strongly that all this is a charade. Why? Take note that Arise Ghana started calling and saying that we are going to picket, stay at the United States of America's embassy in Ghana, demanding of the Americans to get Ken Ofori-Atta into Ghana. Just when the press conference and the press thing was done, the United States stated that they have arrested Ken Ofori-Atta and he's in detention.
Okay.
How?
All right, Bernard, let me go to Solomon. But before that, Richard Ahagba has also joined us on Zoom. Richard, good morning. Hello, Richard. Good morning.
Good morning, please. Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm well.
Fantastic. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll definitely be coming to you. I just want to have a few conversations here and then I come to you, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. All right. So, Solomon, do you think the actions taken so far are actually about accountability, or it's more of a political game, you're saying?
It will only be accountability when Ken Ofori-Atta is in this country to explain to us how he, together with his brother, President Akuffo, decided to invest $97 million into a big hole, how they came by that SML, how the PDS deal went, how 52.2 billion Ghana cedis miraculously left a GCB account to an unknown account. Then that is where we will be seeing accountability. Other than that, what we are doing is neither here nor there. Ken Ofori-Atta, we were told, was very sick. That has been the mantra by the lawyers in Ghana here, who really loves this country. They defended it, spirited. They told us he had undergone an MRI biopsy-guided treatment and that he was due for a surgery in June. If the Deputy Attorney General's rendition is anything to go by, then it means the United States government is very wicked. Because for somebody to go through a procedure in June and for his visa to be revoked, to my mind, Ken was in the United States because he was undergoing treatment. The question you ask yourself this morning is, was he arrested at the Mayo Clinic? When they arrested Ken, was he in the hospital bed? None of this. He has been chilling in a very cozy area. He lives in a very expensive area. Remember, when he was your finance minister, he boldly told you that he was never going to take a salary from the state. He was that selfless. Ken was that selfless. He wouldn't even take our salary because we were that a poor country. So he was just being magnanimous to the country. Now you are done with your tenure. Come and account to us. You will go and hide under the banner of you are sick. When some of us know that you are not sick. In fact, even if you are sick, there is no law that says that if you are sick, you should not be prosecuted on criminal matters. Go to Zawam. People that are very sick there, they stole plantain, they stole a goat, they stole cassava. They are there. We are talking about a finance minister that led us to borrow $13.5 billion.
But we cannot say that he's guilty.
Nobody has said he's guilty, but his actions and inactions are proving to some of us that he's guilty. What are you afraid of?
What if he's really sick?
But he was holding our purse.
The detention place, is that a hospital?
Rosalind, when you are sick, you go to Mayo Clinic. Is Ken Ofori-Atta better than you? Is he so human than you? That he that kept or was holding our purse sees the need to go to a hospital or clinic in the US, but the people that entrusted the destiny of this country into his hands do not have access to such facilities.
Do we, recognize the letter that was released, I think, early last year?
Yes.
From the hospital in
that is another criminal letter. And that hospital, you see, I'm in the process of reporting that hospital to the US Embassy for them to also take them on. Because you see, we cannot be in a country where people will think that they will sit somewhere and their institution's name will be used to dupe the people of this country.
Are you saying the hospital was lying?
Absolutely. And this has proven. Look, ICE, if it's anything to go by, before your visa will be revoked, and I have no reason to doubt what the Attorney General is saying, before your visa will be revoked, it's based on about 4 or 5 factors. Fraud or misrepresentation. That you made certain representations that the immigration officers have found out later that you lied. Or you are engaged in a criminal, you have engaged yourself in a criminal activity in the United States, and so they must revoke your visa. Or you are doing something that the visa that you are holding does not permit you, be it working. If you are holding a B2 visa, you are not supposed to work, maybe you are working. Or you are no more admissible in the United States of America based on national security threats. So which of these factors has caused him to be in detention? The country Ghana is saying that you have committed a crime. As we speak, there are about 78 charges at the court on corruption and corruption-related offenses. Your lawyer said, no, you know nothing about that. Then you go to the US, and the US is saying that you have also committed another crime there. That's what you are dealing with. And so for me, nothing can save the situation. All that we are doing is that, or saying is that this administration, if they will even go to the moon, they must bring Ken Ofori-Atta. The last I have heard people say that why don't you try him in absentia? We have tried sending her Tamaklo. She's having her 78 million or so, sitting on her 78 million. In the United States, she's not coming. By the way, they must also add sending her Tamaklo to the whole Mali. Because nobody must run away with our city.
Okay. Now, Solomon, with what you're saying, it looks like setting out Tamaklo, is becoming a conversation as well, because people, and I'm coming to you, Honorable, people actually feel that the NDC is being very vocal about Ken Ofori-Atta's issue, and they want an outcome to it, but are silent on Sedinam's own.
Due diligence and corporate governance is what we are looking at here. We in the NDC will never shout or say that Sedinam should not come. The processes that started and gotten to a point of she being tried in absentia, to me, all those things must be followed. And that is why today, as we sit down here, talking about Ken Ofori-Atta, to me, as an NDC member, I am not going to blame any country, especially so America. due process must follow, and until Attorney General came out on Saturday, I was asking myself, is it somebody's visa will what? Expire? No, will expire in February. But he was arrested in January. Until he came out to say that no, it is not about visa expiration. But he has started some extradition or investigations that he has informed the U.S. government about Ken Ofori-Atta issue being wanted in this country. Being wanted in this country. You realize that Ken Ofori-Atta himself have a network of, let me use a very charitable, viewers forgive me, zombies that he put in place. And they are quick to tell you what is wrong with Ken Ofori-Atta. Meanwhile, they are in Ghana. The statements that were issued while he was sick were not issued from the hospital. Ghanaian lawyers and others are issuing statements here. So,
but now we are in communication. I mean, distance is not a barrier.
No, you can't go to court with somebody's statement. Did you get me right?
No, but you are saying that those in Ghana are quick to get, information from him.
Yes, if Ken Ofori-Atta is in the hospital that is taking money for treating him, what prevented them from giving us information about Ken Ofori-Atta?
Well, they gave us an initial one. That was earlier
subsequently,
last year.
Even last week, you've heard them. The lawyer of Ken Ofori-Atta, what did he tell us? That, the detention was about was not about anything extradition, but they are appealing or trying to work so that on health grounds they can allow Ken Ofori-Atta to stay. My question to them is that, is Ken Ofori-Atta lawyer in Ghana aware that his visa has been revoked? If he's aware, and upon that he made this statement, was he trying to tell Ghanaians the truth? Or he's trying to tell us that he also belonged to that cohort of liars? That is the question we should ask him, because he's a lawyer. Now the issue has come up. So I want to hear from him again that no, his visa has not been revoked. But we are working hard. It is immigration issue on his health ground. I want to hear him today. You see, we Ghanaians should not take the life that God has given us for a ride and try for our personal interest.
So it will be as a Ghana politics avenue. Send when you have a read material in Uncle Inshra. For Ceciano Ken Ofori-Atta overstay now, stay over US no, and I know about Remo. A quiet say on a Ghana phone and a Ceciano or Sani a 9th state of America and so Enya. A Ceciano almost straight actually Bloom says Ceciano almost straight its car a $2 million and a day of free law. Untria no Munjano. It was for the Aqua Abana Momian call. Do we be able to read material as it? And I remember quite some information. Who wants some Caribbean fashion comment section or send a baby to me when you won't get on the middle be as a crown.